Hunter x Hunter is not only one of the most popular and beloved shonen anime, but just so happens to be one of my favorite anime as well. With so many great characters and amazing fight scenes, there's so much to love in Hunter x Hunter. And with two of my most successful videos being analysis videos on some of my favorite characters, I felt another one was necessary. And this time on my favorite Hunter x Hunter character, Meruem the Ant King. I am Tiago with Attack on Tiago, and for today's video, I'll be analyzing Meruem's character and saying why I like him so much. If you're new to the channel and if you enjoy this kind of content, please hit that subscribe button to be notified of my latest videos. Also, please be sure to check out my community Discord server. It is rapidly growing. The link is in the description below. So for starters, I have to say who Meruem is in the context of the story for those who haven't seen or read Hunter x Hunter. So the Chimera Ant Colony was the primary foe of the Chimera Ant arc in Hunter x Hunter, essentially operating as a hierarchy, with a queen at the top and foot soldiers towards the bottom. They are the first mutated generation. The Chimera Ant Queen's sole goal was to give birth to the king, and desired him to stand atop all of life, and essentially be king of the world. And so, the king is born into this world, and incidentally, the queen died giving birth. And that king happens to be Meruem. Now, we don't know Meruem's name until much later on in the series, and this is important. You see, the Chimera Ants started giving themselves names, since names give a connection to you and that individual and distinguishes yourself from them, instead of being, let's say, Ant number 1 or Ant number 2. It's a very human thing to do, and when Meruem was born, the queen had a name picked for him, but it never occurred to him until later on that he actually wanted one. Meruem was born very powerful, immediately after birth, killing one of his subordinates and showing his dominance over the entire colony. He even went on to kill a human family moments after he was born. Brutal stuff that you see right there. The Earth was his very own playground, and no one was stopping him. That is, until Komugi showed up. And this is where Meruem the Ant King became humanized. Meruem was besting everyone in every game imaginable, showing off his incredible intellect, but was in the game of Gungi against a human named Komugi, the world Gungi champion, where Meruem finally lost. It was the first feeling of loss in his life, and here a relationship started, not necessarily out of love, but of respect. See, Meruem was being called king by all the Chimera Ants his whole life, and they devote themselves to him. But in comes this blind human that doesn't treat him as this world-threatening king, but as another challenger in Gungi. And this relationship really becomes the backbone of Meruem's character and development.
中将静着はない
921中将新た
And while Meruem is developing, Gon, the main character of the series, is developing as well. But both characters indirectly relate. See, Gon experienced a loss of a mentor at the beginning of the arc to one of the Chimera Ant Royal Guards. And we see Gon go through this transformation that us as viewers would have never seen happen. He uses his Nen to essentially become a monster and completely destroy the very thing that killed his mentor. And it was this brutality and mercilessness that we saw in Meruem's character early on. And then with Meruem, we see him care for Komugi as she has near-death experiences, and even make sure her wounds are tended to. Another character similar to Gon in this sense is Netero. Netero fights Meruem, and I just have to quickly mention how amazing that fight is. But back to the point. Meruem wants to learn his true name and compromise, but Netero won't budge, and only wants to destroy this very creature, even going so far as to plant a bomb inside him to destroy the very thing, and wants to know the feeling of being human essentially. And it's that dark contrast that's interesting. Gon and Netero, two humans that essentially at the end of the arc became monsters, while Meruem starts off as this monster and ends becoming humanized to the point where he even leads the most emotional scene in the entire series. Meruem becomes poisoned due to the bomb Netero implanted, and chooses to spend his final moments not with the Chimera Ants or his royal guards, but with a human of no strategic worth to him. Meruem is no longer simply a king, nor a typical tyrant antagonist. He is a human in the body of a monster who actually experienced drastic change. And that's what makes him one of my favorite villains of all time. Yes, it's definitely enjoyable to see a villain who's like a chaos agent for evil, or the typical destroy the world type, but a villain who goes through this beautiful development that even parallels with our very heroes is something truly special. Well everyone, that is it for the video. If you've seen Hunter x Hunter, or if you like Meruem or don't like him, I just want to know your thoughts on it just down in the comments below. And as always, if you enjoyed this kind of content, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really means a lot to me. Also, please be on the lookout for my upcoming video when I hit 500 subscribers, which I'll be going over my favorite anime characters of all time. And you'll probably see Meruem on there, judging that he is my favorite Hunter x Hunter character, and also Hunter x Hunter is one of my favorite anime series. So definitely be on the lookout for that. I am Tiago with Attack on Tiago, and I hope you all have a nice day.